There are rare moments on a talent show stage when a single voice seems to suspend time, and for Malachi Bio, that moment arrived long before he could understand the price he would eventually pay for it. Born in 2010 in London to Sierra Leonean parents who came to the UK seeking stability and opportunity, Malachi grew up in a modest, faith-filled home where music echoed through daily life. His mother was the first to recognize that the sound coming from her young son wasn't ordinary, insisting he join the choir at St. George's Cathedral in Suffolk, a decision Malachi would later joke about as his bossy mum's doing, but one that changed his life forever. Under choir master Scott Price, he learned discipline, emotional control, and how to stand steady under pressure, discovering that his voice could carry far more than notes, it could carry feeling. By the age of 7, his talent was already turning heads, but it was a school Christmas performance of "O Holy Night" that went viral online, drawing millions of views and announcing him to the world. His rise accelerated quickly. A solo debut at the Royal Opera House in Handel's Alcina in 2022 earned critical praise, followed by viral Christmas duets with Welsh tenor Aled Jones that amassed over 30 million views. By the time Malachi auditioned for Britain's Got Talent in 2023, expectations were high, but nothing could have prepared audiences for what followed. At just 13 years old, he walked onto the stage with a calm maturity beyond his years, backed by the quiet encouragement of his family. Choosing Pai Jesu was a bold risk, yet from the first note, the room fell into reverent silence as his pure, controlled voice filled the hall. Judges were visibly stunned, the audience erupted, and Simon Cowell pressed the golden buzzer, sending golden confetti raining down as Malachi stood overwhelmed, blinking through tears he never expected to shed. Overnight, he became a household name, his audition spreading across social media as millions celebrated the arrival of an angelic new star. But behind the applause, pressure began quietly settling on his young shoulders. As he advanced to the semi-finals, rigorous rehearsals, towering expectations, and comparisons to legendary operatic voices consumed his days. He performed brilliantly, earning standing ovations and praise that pushed him into the finals, yet the weight of fame, interviews, and responsibility grew heavier with each step. Fame also revealed its darker side when, months earlier at the Royal Opera House, a heckler shouted "rubbish" during his performance, a cruel reminder that adoration and hostility often arrive hand in hand. Still, nothing prepared him for the tragedy that struck just days before the BGT final, when his beloved grandmother, one of his earliest supporters, passed away. The loss shattered him, draining the joy from rehearsals and leaving him emotionally adrift, yet when given the chance to withdraw, Malachi chose to perform in her honor. On the final stage, singing a piece deeply connected to her, his voice carried raw grief and haunting sincerity, moving judges and viewers alike. He finished 4th, but the ranking felt irrelevant compared to what he had endured, singing through unimaginable pain that forever deepened his artistry. After the show, many expected him to retreat, but instead, Malachi transformed grief into purpose. Universal Music offered him a rare record deal, and his debut album Golden topped classical charts in the UK and the US. He performed at the Royal Albert Hall, collaborated with icons like Sir Carl Jenkins, met Andrew Lloyd Webber, and inspired a surge of young singers across the UK, even earning praise from Sierra Leone's president. Yet despite global recognition, Malachi returned to school each day in West London, carrying his books with one hand and a legacy he never asked for in the other. He remained grounded, playing table tennis, cheering for Liverpool, and embracing the natural changes in his voice as part of artistic evolution. More than fame, he began speaking about purpose, using music to uplift others and advocating for accessible music education for children who could never afford lessons. For someone so young, Malachi Bio's journey is defined not just by extraordinary talent, but by resilience, humility, and the grace with which he carried loss. His story proves that even the brightest voices can rise from the darkest moments, and that the world has only begun to see the artist, and the human being, he is becoming.